Welcome back to Marauders on Deck. I'm Matt Dudas as we continue to get you set for first pitch of Millersville's first round PSAC tournament matchup with the Crimson Hawks of IUP, scheduled for 6:30 here at Point Stadium in Johnstown. As you know by now, the Marauders capped off the regular season a week and a half ago by sweeping the East Stroudsburg Warriors and capturing the PSAC East Division Championship. Now, let's look back at how it happened and relive some of the Marauders' magical 2011 regular season. On the final day of the 2010 regular season, Millersville defeated nationally ranked Kutztown twice, but missed the playoffs due to a tiebreaker. That sent the Marauders into an earlier than expected offseason, but with much of the core returning, the potential was certainly there for a special 2011 season. That work for a special season began over the winter as senior Corey Phelan explained where his team wanted to be.
Well, we've set some team goals. We want to get back to where we were my sophomore year, winning the division. And it's important that we put in the work now in the fourth season to get that done.
However, once the preseason polls were released in the beginning of February, it was evident that the Marauders still had a lot of people to prove wrong when they were picked to finish 5th in the always difficult PSAC East. Junior pitcher Brooks Rothschild felt his squad was better than that.
Obviously, we're a little upset, but that's where we finished last year. And we take it a little personal that we got picked 5th because we think we have a lot more talent. We definitely expect to be much better than last year and get to the playoffs and finish way above 5th.
Something many returning players thought the 2011 team had improved on since 2010 was adding to the team's depth. Senior closer Zach Eckley spoke of that in regards to some additions to the pitching staff.
I think more depth again at the pitching rotation than last year, and we're definitely going to miss those guys, but we should be able to fill those roles. I know McMonagle's healthy again. Tad Barton came in, Meza, guys looking really good.
A short time later, the regular season would begin, with the Marauders traveling to Dahlonega, Georgia, for a series with number 8 North Georgia. Brooks Rothschild fired a gem in the opener, leading the Ville to an 8-1 victory. Rothschild's success didn't stop there, as he set the record for consecutive scoreless innings a short time later in the season, registering 27 straight innings without allowing a run. Fourth-year coach John Sheehan spoke on his pitcher's improvement.
He doesn't have the most dominating stuff, but he's extremely competitive, and he gets ahead of guys this year, and it's been a pleasure to watch him pitch, throw 4 pitches in the strike zone.
Millersville continued its stellar start by winning 8 of their first 10, their best start in a decade. After the trip south, the Marauders were set to open their PSAC East Division schedule by welcoming rival and preseason favorite Westchester to Marauder Park. Coach Sheehan spoke of his team's excitement in beginning conference play.
I think the guys are excited, but we're just trying to focus one pitch at a time right now and make sure we're staying, inning to inning rather than game to game and even, series to series. It's more important that we just stay focused on the process, one pitch at a time.
Even though the East Division schedule can be very difficult, Rothschild felt his team was ready for the challenge.
Yeah, obviously it's very tough because, both Westchester and Kutztown are ranked nationally, and they always have good teams every year, and they're always picked first and second, but we feel we can give them a run for their money this year.
The Marauders were able to do that and more, as the Ville came out clicking on all cylinders in the opening game versus Westchester.
Line stands in from the right side, the senior from Cleona. Home runs for line this season, and he hits this one in the air to left field. Going back on it is Bear, still going back, and it's gone. Derek Klein deposits this one over the left field fence. The
Ville wasn't done yet, as later in the inning, Los Medina would join in on the fun.
It's hit in the air towards left center field. Bear and Ramo are going back on it, still going back, and that ball is gone. A home run by Carlos Medina, and the Marauders have opened up a 4-0 lead here in the bottom of the first inning.
Millersville hung on to win the game 4-3 and used that victory to jumpstart a 3-1 weekend versus the Golden Rams. A few weeks later, Millersville would dominate national power Kutztown, winning again 3 out of 4 games. 3 out of 4 became a theme for the Marauders as they did it once again against Bloomsburg. Ryan Chesler highlighted the weekend when he hit a game-winning walk-off home run in the 8th inning to give the Ville a huge come-from-behind victory. With a great 23-7 start overall, Millersville was making headlines. The Marauders were climbing the national polls and also claimed the top spot in the Atlantic Regional poll. Add that to the PSAC Player of the Week recognition different Marauders were earning, and it was easy to see the hype build around the team. John Sheehan talked about dealing with all of that.
When we come to the clubhouse every day and they change and put on their uniform, the hype's got to stop and we got to focus on one pitch, and that might even be in practice. It's that one funga that you're getting that you have to stay focused on. So we have another saying: it's today plus today plus today equals your career, and and it really means that you got to focus on today. That's the only thing that's really under your control.
Later in the week, the Marauders proved it was much more than hype when they made the trek north to take on then nationally ranked Mansfield, pounding the Mountaineers to the tune of 25 runs on 25 hits over the doubleheader. With Shippensburg looming less than 24 hours later, Sheehan wanted his team to turn the page.
It did feel good to go up there and win too, but I said, get on the bus, you got 10 minutes to enjoy this, and then we're going to focus on tomorrow.
The Marauders may have enjoyed the victories over Mansfield a little more than 10 minutes, but they still showed up ready to play the next afternoon at Shippensburg's Fairchild Field. Millersville's bats again were red hot as they plated 21 runs on 24 hits in the doubleheader. However, no hit was larger than Derek Klein's 221st career hit, which came in Game 1.
Derek Klein digging in, looking for the record. And he slaps one, a base hit. There it is. Derek Klein is now the all-time hit leader in Millersville history.
Klein later reflected on what it meant to hold the mark.
Great accomplishment. It's great to be held in high esteem like that. It's great to just be healthy every day, in and out, and have respect for my teammates.
His manager also shed some light on the tremendous achievement.
Well, Derek's established himself as one of the best players in program history now, and there's no one that can really take that away from him at this point. He's been consistent for 4 years at the plate and also helped us out on the mound, but it's a special award, and he passed a very special player, so we're really proud of him.